HWYRT presents
Summer Rewind. And now we must. Hey Brian, I got a crazy idea for you.
Give it to me.
Well, it's the summertime.
It is. It's hot.
And it's hot out, and people are out and about doing their things. So we thought we might do a little series called Summer Rewind for the next...
Lay it on me. I love the idea.
Yeah, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to just explore some of our favorites, some of our hidden gems at HWYRT. And first up this week, we'd like to present a Summer Rewind of Episode 9, which we titled Failing the Animal Walk Test.
I feel like it was just yesterday when we got on those treadmills, cranked up the incline as high as we could go, went to a walk so fast it was almost a run, tried it for about 2 minutes, and thought, how can anybody possibly achieve the animal walk?
Yeah, it was shameful what we tried to do.
Shameful.
And Charlie explained that to
Charlie
us.
walked us through the streets of Boston yelling,
Yep.
shame,
Shame.
shame.
Shame. And then we actually went back and succeeded in doing it. But this
No less painful.
in this episode, we did fail miserably. But before we went out and did that, I don't know if you remember, but we handled a listener question about motivation. And this was long before we understood what the November Project was all about.
Yeah, it was a listener question about how do you get up in the morning and get your running in.
That's right. It's about accountability, baby.
Right. Well, and the reason was, and you'll if you listen to the Charlie Paquette interview, it was because he had a friend who calls him every morning at 5 o'clock, say, you coming to the gym? And then they kind of get to the gym, do a high five as he's walking out and Charlie's walking in.
And the only sort of defense we have for failing so miserably, by the way, when we actually went, was because we had just a full spin class.
What spin class? I don't remember.
Charlie was very dismissive of all that stuff.
He said, if you show up to do the animal walk, do it.
Just do it. So we hope you'll enjoy this as part of our Summer Rewind series. And here's Episode 9, Failing the Animal Walk Test.
Hi, Peter.
Good morning, Brian.
How are you?
I'm well. How was your run today?
How was my... Well, I will tell you this. I'm doing quite well on the Thanksgiving to New Year's task.
Your big push.
Yeah, I've been taking one day off a week. And if you replace running or you equate running with some sort of intense cardiovascular exercise, I'm doing very, very well.
Brian, how was your cardiovascular exercise today?
Well, that's fine. It's all quite boring. But I'll tell you this. I did go for a great run this weekend, and I broke in a new pair of shoes. One time I broke in a new pair of shoes. We were training for the marathon, and we were doing 13 that day. And I said, well, what a good day to break in the shoes I'm going to run the marathon in. And it was a total non-issue. I ran 13 miles. It was nothing. This weekend, I ran a little over 5 in these new shoes, and they're a model I have owned before.
But these are brand new shoes.
But they were brand new. I threw them on. I said, 5, that's fine. That's nothing like 13. Well, about 2 miles in, my feet were completely asleep.
Oh, interesting.
And my calves were starting to hurt. Now, this happens occasionally, but it was really quite uncomfortable. And I got to the halfway point. I needed to walk around for about 3 minutes and stretch my calves out to allow myself to feel my feet. Because as it turns out, you run more comfortably when parts of your lower extremities are not numb. I hate when that happens.
I tell you what I do. I need to, every time I buy a new pair of shoes, I need to put them on and walk. As you know, Brian, I walk to work quite a bit.
Yes.
Walk home from work. It's about 3 miles each direction. So if I'm going to do a new pair of running shoes, I need to walk in them about 3 to 6 miles before I use them for running. I just got to know that they don't stink.
Literally? Or stink?
Well, no, they will stink.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course they will.
Not literally. What I meant was that they don't hurt me.
Right.
So that's what I do.
Right. No blisters.
No, I don't care.
Cetera,
I mean,
et cetera.
blisters, it's been a long time since that's happened, thankfully.
I don't get those. Peter.
Hi, Brian.
I have a listener question.
Let's do it.
It's from Lauren, and she
Wait,
says...
Lauren?
Yeah, we know Lauren.
I know a Lauren.
She was commenting on our interview with Charlie.
Charlie?
He said he mentioned that he gets a daily call from his friend, which happens way before I get up in the morning.
Right.
He said, if you had a friend call you each day to motivate you to get your run on, and he or she had one sentence that they were allowed to say to get your running juices moving, and they could use a song as background motivation, what would the sentence in the song be?
Okay, so it's a sentence that comes at me across the phone in the darkness of morning.
That's right.
Before the sun is up, and it's getting me to go.
Getting you out of bed and motivated to actually do physical activity.
Yeah, I'm going to say that they just got to remind me that the runs I don't do are the ones I regret. Or they could say, you'll never regret the run you do. Do. The do
Right.
run. The do run run.
The do run run.
In fact, actually, that's all they have to say is the do run run.
And play that song.
And then they could just go right into the Sean Cassidy version of that song.
Sean Cassidy.
That would be fine.
I thought it was like the Rondells or something like that.
I want the Sean Cassidy 1977 version of that song. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, for myself, the sentence would only be whoever's calling me, whoever that might be, what they have already done that morning. I need that competitive punch in the face.
Oh,
so if somebody says...
I see. You need stats thrown in your
Somebody
face.
goes, just did 7, and then I go, oh, now it's on.
Anything by Prince would get me out of bed.
Well, there you go.
I used to be that person who could call you and get you up with stats, but that would require now me having run at 2 a.m. And I'm not going to do that. We're not that good of friends. Really.
Well, I'll tell you what we are going to do.
Okay.
We've thrown a gauntlet, a challenge down to ourselves, and we are going to get up out of these chairs.
Okay, first off, you did it. I didn't really do anything. You said something, and I sort of sat here, and I guess I nodded because you didn't hear it on the tape.
You know,
what's the gauntlet we threw?
We're going to get up out of these chairs.
No, we're not.
We're going to walk down the sidewalk to the gym that's adjacent to our place of employ, and we're going to do the animal walk.
All right.
All right.
And we're going to attempt to record it as we do it.
We're going to attempt to record it with a remote, and we're going to go level 15, 4.5 speed.
Okay, so in theory, the 16 or 17 or so people that are listening to this in the next 2 months,
both of our mothers,
will hear us trying the animal walk in a pseudo-public place.
That's right. Play glass windows to the sidewalk.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll give that a go, and we'll...
I can only hope that the result will be unassailable Boston accents for both of us, because that's how it happened for Charlie.
It's wicked hot. All right, we're going to give it a go, and so we're going to try to come back after and talk a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if we can. I mean, we're going to do it from the hospital, or are we going to just...
From the back of the ambulance.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Peter.
Yeah.
You started. I just walked over here.
Yeah.
You're on 15.
I'm on.
You tell me what
Okay.
you're on.
All right. Okay, I'm on an incline of 15%. I'm on minute 6. I'm at a speed of about 3.0 kilometers per hour. I did 1 minute in between there, around minute 2 or 3 at 4.5, because I think that's the number Charlie said. And what I can tell you, I have a couple observations, Brian, I'd like to make at this time. The first observation is that I believe this is what your body feels like when it dies. I think I'm going through a process of decay and failure on a level I don't understand. I'm not too sure how Charlie was able to come in and do the interview. I don't think he's real. I don't think he's a real person. I don't know how he does this. I will also say, for the record, Brian, I think I fully understand why he holds on, because I absolutely feel like I'm going to fall off this thing. And just from a physics standpoint, Brian, I don't understand how the machine got up this high. I'm very high off the ground right now. I'm going to hand the microphone back to you because you need to experience this yourself. I'm on minute 7.5 and I want to stop soon, please.
Okay, Peter. I'm on level 15 and I'm at speed 1.5 and it is very far up. Like you said, I'm like climbing the Matterhorn. I'm at 3.0. Charlie goes to 4.5. I'm starting to feel, oh my God, this is almost going to be running. I understand why he holds on. Oh my. Okay, I have one hand on the microphone and one hand on the, oh boy, wow. Okay, I don't think I can speak anymore. This is really hard. He does this for a half an hour?
30 minutes.
Oh my God. I don't know whether to do short runs. Peter, you're actually running. He must have the strongest thighs on the planet Earth. All right, I'm going to give this back to you.
Okay, I've now brought it down to a 0 level percent incline, and I'm strolling at a mere 2.5 kilometers per hour after doing the so-called animal walk / jog for about 8 minutes or change. And I'm going to confidently say that there's no way on God's green earth that I would ever be able to do this for 30 minutes. I think Charlie has found for himself a type of true workout for him that absolutely defines who he is. It's 110%, 110 miles per hour, 110 something. You look like you're going to pass out. Are you all right?
No.
I think don't do this for very long. This was just an experiment.
I'll describe what's happening is I'm holding on, and then it's so steep that it's pulling me back toward the back of the treadmill, and then I have to run back up to the top of the treadmill, but I can't keep that pace, so I keep falling backwards. Oh my God, this is really hard. All right, I'm going to stop at 5 minutes because this is harder than running the marathon.
I'm watching Brian as he, if you could see the scene here, people, Brian has got his hands at the very top of the machine, wrists sort of slung over like he's doing a little bear hug on the machine, like they're slow dancing after being mortally wounded in battle with the enemy. He's just holding on. His gait is strong, but his spirit is clearly broken. Beads of sweat are pooling into the machines. He's bringing it down. He's slowing it down. He's keeping the level the same. Is your up still up at 15? No, you brought it all down. Oh, you've hit pause. I'm worried about Brian. I don't think he's drinking enough water. We've lost Brian. Repeat, we've lost Brian. This is awful. I don't want to do this anymore. Can we go home?
We're done.
Good. Okay. Here you go.
All right, that was enough. Goodbye. Holy mackerel, that's hard. I don't know. He's insane. So that was our experience
that's the
of that was our experience of doing the animal walk, and I will tell you, almost immediately upon returning to the studio here, our friend Charlie came to see how we did, and he said, in his own way, "So you guys failed?"
Yeah, we let him have a quick preview of that, and as the creator of the Animal Walk, he had to verify how we tried it, and it's shameful how we failed.
Right,
we failed miserably. We failed miserably.
So the walk, which we actually didn't understand when we did this little test, which it was, is that not only is it level 15 incline, 4.5 speed, but you have to go the full 2 miles.
Which ends up being about 30 minutes, right? Yeah,
right. And so Peter and I, we did a spin class. We did a full spin class, which, believe me, we'll totally get into what spin is and what a spin class is in an episode early in 2016, because that's a whole nother deal. But anyway, so we had just worked out for about 45 minutes.
And we thought we'd try it.
And we thought we'd try it.
Just see what it's like.
And the audio evidence is clear.
Oh, boy.
It's really, really hard. But
absolutely.
We've already set a date.
Yes, we have, for a real 30-minute push.
And Coach
Charlie's coming out, and he's gonna prep us and get us on there. And he actually told us, "You guys go ahead, stretch out, warm up, do whatever. Text me when you're ready. I'll walk in off the street and get on the machine and bang it out in 30 minutes."
I hope he's wearing a garbage bag.
He probably will.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
So that's in a future episode. Please look for that.
That was great. I don't think we'll ever top it. Peter. Technology is an amazing thing. I have something to tell you.
Oh.
I looked at the sort of stats you get from putting things out there on the internet and seeing.
Yes.
Well, okay. So, we did the first episode sort of on a whim. It's about 5 minutes long.
Horrible audio.
We literally recorded it with the laptop mic.
Yes, terrible.
We didn't have any equipment. We just said, oh, well, that's funny enough. We'll put it up there. Maybe our mothers and maybe a sibling will listen to it.
Yes.
And at this point, over 200 people have listened to it. And I wonder how many of those people listened to the first episode and said, I'm never listening to this again.
Turned it right off.
Because this audio is horrendous.
Click.
So it's improved since then in a scant 9 episodes. But what is stunning to me, and I don't know who these people are or who you are, folks. I'll address you directly. But people from multiple countries have listened to this show.
We have a global reach, Brian.
Japan, Switzerland, Luxembourg,
Canada,
New York, Cambridge.
New York's not a country.
Oh.
Cambridge is not a country.
No?
No. We have a global reach, Brian.
Apparently. Yeah. So welcome to everyone who listens. You're amazing.
Yes, and thank you for joining us in 2015. We hope you stay with us to 2016. Brian, tell us about next week's show.
Peter, we'll have done 10 episodes. That will be number 10. We're in double digits.
10 weeks in a row.
Holy mackerel, 10 weeks in a row. I never thought we'd do it. I didn't even think we'd finish the first 5 minutes. But let me tell you this. We are going to have a show for you next week, and we have a very special sort of a highlight reel.
Is it a multimedia extravaganza?
Well, it will be, and it'll be available only on our Facebook page. So we'll announce that it's going to be on there, and then you're going to go to our Facebook page, dear listener, and shamelessly, I'm asking you to like our Facebook page. Because the other way the internet works is showing us the love. Like us, review us on iTunes, click things, whatever you want to do. It's so great.
Did you drink this morning? Were you drinking?
This coffee has a strange flavor to it. I don't know what's happening.
All right, so that's next week's show, and that's the last one of 2015, and we're going to release that one a little bit early. Is that right?
Well, of course, yeah. We know people will be traveling and maybe, doing other things and listening to our show on New Year's Eve. I hope they are.
I hope they are. All right, well, excellent.
All right, well, Peter, have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's and whatever it is else you'll be doing.
All right, and we'll be back next week with a special year-end show.
That's true.
To wrap up 2015. So thanks, everybody. Do we want to do any credits? No credits today, huh?
Hey, this has been episode 9 of How Was Your Run Today with...
I'm Peter Villa.
And I'm Brian Gould. Music by Jeff Cronenberg. Our social media guru is Anna Brooks.
Thank you, Anna.
Listeners, please contribute to the show with your questions and comments. For more info, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at HWYRT, visit our website at howwasyourruntoday.com, or email us at howwasyourruntoday@gmail.com. Sign up to get this podcast on SoundCloud or on iTunes, and while you're there, please give us a rating and a review. We need them to thrive and survive. Thank you so very, very much. Hey, Peter.
Hey.
Have a good run today.
I don't know about that, but okay, bye.
He must have the strongest thighs on the planet Earth.